Nights are the worst times in hospitals. All who do not sleep are united. Nights are the times when, in quiet, I can hear the pain seep under the doorway from down the hallway in muted moans. When through the thick window glass, which does not open to the streets, the distant howl of a siren calls me to the state of my soul, while inside, the tumor knocks at my chest. A long groan down the hall flows over the shine in the floor and into my room. I look out across the East River to a solid strip of unlit buildings on Roosevelt Island, the tops of which are not yet indistinguishable from the sky. In front are 3 smokestacks silhouetted against the darker black of the buildings. There is no smoke at this hour. Below the smokestacks are 3 light posts. Yet there are 4 streaks of light across the water. It's not evident what the source of light is for this 4th streak. It's much smaller and more concentrated than the rest. The way the light bends across the water, I imagine the 3 wise men kneeling to the infant Jesus. I call the smokestacks the 3 wise men. I leave my room and walk in rectangular laps in the halls. I see my doctor.
The tumor is plateaued. It's not responding to chemotherapy or radiation.
I opted for a radical surgery. Get it the hell out of there. See what it is. I cannot live with the ambiguity like I will be mugged at any moment. I hear my father's voice.
What are you worried about? You're a survivor like me. Those doctors know what they're doing.
I stop in front of each of the paintings that line the halls as if I'm praying the Stations of the Cross. I stare at Van Gogh's Bridge at Arles. A woman walks across the bridge alone. She wears black, holds a black umbrella. She's 1 step away from the midway point. The yellow ripples on the water are uniform, striped, reflecting the brickwork of the bridge. The bridge, like eyebrows, can open so easily. There's only 1 cloud in the sky. She's on a long walk, definitely on her way out, not returning home. I walk into the patient lounge and stare out a window, lean my forehead against the cold glass. Tonight I have the vantage of the rich looking down upon Manhattan. The city looks like a village, tolerable from this perspective. Distant lights twitter. I cannot sleep. There is no one to call. I go back to room 621, sit on my bed, and look out at the East River. There's a shine upon the water. The river seems to run several ways at once. The streaks of light are bent upon the moving water. The sky changes all night long. At 2 a.m., my roommate Connie gets up. She's on her hands and knees in bed. She shakes and whips off sweat. Connie, what can I do?
Better go and get me some new sheets.
I rummage around the 6th floor and come back with a pile of sheets.
Now you know what shake and bake is.
We change her sheets 11 times. A strip of red bleeds across the sky. The rooftops cut into the rim of the horizon like teeth atop a castle wall. The sky is cutting teeth. The sunrise is slow to happen. While the sky lightens, the things closest to me darken. The plants, the telephone, the IV pole, the books I am too tired to read, the get well cards taped to the wall, all lose their definition. I try to pick the spot where the sun will appear. I look for the lightest point on the horizon. I study the sky. The longer I look, the more I change my mind. Then the circle of sun appears caught between 2 buildings like in a gap between front teeth. Not just a shaft of light comes into our room, but the whole sky. I can pull the shade tight. I can refuse the sky. But I watch. I watch the river. I watch the sky. Something is behind it all. The sky is a flat glass, easily shattered. Connie calls to me from the other side of the curtain. I expect that her IV lines are caught in the telephone cord and she needs untangling. I tug the curtain. It slides along its track on the ceiling. Connie's sitting up in bed. Her brown, curly hair stayed on the pillow like a nest. I can see the indentation where her head had held onto its hair all those years. I go down the hall to find dry sheets. Van Gogh's cloud has changed positions.